with Tricia Kirby, our winner of GX94 Supper in the Field, with you, of course, and your husband, Bruce, tonight. And first of all, tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been farming?
We started farming in about 1996 when we got married. Bruce had farmed just one quarter up until then, and then we took over more quarters once we got married. We started with about 4 cows. We now have about 125 cows. We've purchased quite a few quarters of land since we've been married, and I guess just keep trying to grow the farm.
So what did you seed this year?
We seeded barley, wheat, flax, canola, and oats. Just a little bit of everything, I guess.
So is all of it for selling purposes, or do you keep some of it back for feed?
Some is for feed. Most of it we do sell. The barley, obviously, we keep some to feed to our cattle. Obviously, the oats as well. We did cut some for green feed, and some of it we will be harvesting for, obviously, for the seed as well.
And how has harvest gone for you so far this year?
Harvest has been going all right. The wheat did really well. Canola was a little disappointing. The barley was all doing fairly well until last week. We had a big hailstorm that the remainder of the barley got flattened pretty good and isn't yielding very well now. The flax is just about ready to harvest, and then we'll have some oats yet after that.
And you mentioned you have some cattle. Any specific type of cattle?
We have Black Angus, Charolais, Simmental, and Red Angus. We have a little bit of everything. We do take cattle to community pastures. So one pasture, the Spy Hill Ellis, we take Black Angus. The Calder Togo, we take Charolais. So we kind of breed for what we're taking to certain pastures. So I believe next week they start coming out of the pastures.
And where do you sell your cattle?
Normally we sell to Heartland and Yorkton. Last year we sold a lot of them straight off the cow because the prices were so good. Looks like the prices are pretty good this year as well.
And you mentioned you and your husband farming, but it sounds like it's a multi-generational farm. You have some of your kids helping out?
Yes, it is. We were actually just counting up today how many generations it's been. Our farm first, the yard that we live at in 2002, it was 100 years old. And so we were counting generations today, and we believe our little grandson, who's 3, will be the 7th generation.
Wow. And of course, for Supper in the Field, was it you that entered?
Yes, it was me that entered. I have been entering for years and years. I'm going to say between the spring and fall entries, we've probably entered hundreds of times. And I guess somebody mentioned to me, you're a lucky winner today, so I should buy a lottery ticket.
So you've been trying for a long time. And what was your reaction when I called you and told you you'd won?
I was actually quite surprised because we have been entering for a lot of years and never actually have been chosen. So this was a surprise, and it was great to have supper in the field and not have to cook because I'm usually also out in the field. So supper usually doesn't happen until about 10 o'clock at night.
A deserving winner. How did you break the news to your husband that you'd won?
We were actually both in the kitchen this morning having breakfast, and when I seen my cell phone said Harvard Media, I said, "Oh no, I think we won supper in the field."
Excellent. So what did you think of the meal and all the prizes that went along with it?
The meal was great. Prizes are great. It's nice for all of the businesses to give donations like that, for you guys to give out to the farmers. Looks like we're going to have leftovers for tomorrow too, so I won't have to cook tomorrow either.
So how many more days of combining do you think you have ahead of you?
It's hard to say. The flax might not be ready to combine for a bit. This barley that got hailed really bad, obviously it isn't taking much grain hauling because it's been hailed out so bad. So maybe another day on the barley, and then I guess once we get to the flax and the oats, it'll just be a few more days, just depending on when they're ready.
Well, congratulations once again for winning Supper in the Field, and good luck with harvest the rest of the way.
Thank you very much, and thank you for bringing it out and all the great prizes.